How did it get like this? What do you think?
So let me give a little history lesson. I've talked about this before on the show. Most people are familiar with the fact that in 1804, Haiti declared its independence from its brutal slave owners, France, slave masters. They established the first independent black republic in the history of the world. That was a miracle of miracles, never to be equaled. But for generations, descendants of the enslaved had to pay reparations to their enslavers. That includes France. By account, some $500 million was repatriated back to France, money that could have gone to build schools, to build roads, to build infrastructure in Haiti. Also in 1915, the United States invaded the country, saying that it was too poor and too unstable to take care of itself, and walked out of Haiti's national bank with some $500,000, which they used to establish a company that is now known as Citigroup. A lot of people don't know that history. But we can't talk about that without the deep corruption that has existed in Haiti from its political leaders for many, many, many years. It wasn't always like this. Back in the 1950s and the 1960s, we have some images that show that Haiti was a beautiful country, just like many other islands in the Caribbean, thought to be a playground for the rich and the famous. But that deep culture of corruption that has existed for many of Haiti's leaders has led to the situation that we're seeing right now, in addition to some natural disasters like the earthquake, and of course the assassination of a president. So why should the United States care? Why should people in this country care? First of all, we have a vibrant diaspora in this country that is part of the fabric of American society. In fact, Haitians fought in the American Revolution to help the United States free itself from its colonial masters. But more importantly, what do we talk about every day on this show and at CBS News? The border, the crisis at the border. There's a deep fear of undocumented immigrants coming to the United States. But rather than addressing it with walls, why don't we address it at the cause, at the root of the issue, which is ensuring that a country like Haiti, which has this rich history tied to the United States, is stable and a vibrant democracy.
But we're looking at these criminal gangs that seem to be having a lot of power. That's what we can't understand in this country.
Right.
How can gangs all of a sudden say we're going to overthrow the government?
So who's in control of the gangs? That's the big question, right? Who's controlling the gangs? A country that doesn't produce weapons all of a sudden has thousands and thousands and thousands of weapons on the ground. Also, real quick point, it's not the entire country that is we're seeing an image. It is Port-au-Prince, the capital, which was centralized by the Duvalier regime to remove all the other infrastructures that existed across the country. So everything that happens in Haiti happens in Port-au-Prince, but other parts of the country are
okay.
But there's a lot to come. It's not going to change overnight.
And we appreciate